I was always brought up that, united we stand, divided we fall. One of the important things that the Irish have learned to do in America is to almost force themselves into fraternity together. And knowing that they have to be united to be the best people that they can be. And so at an early age, I was encouraged to get involved with Irish organizations.
The AOH it's been around for 300-400 years. It was formed here in the United States in New York and the coal regions of Pennsylvania.
The Irish have a propensity to go to to turn to public service, whether it is in politics or in law enforcement or firefighting or teaching or whatever, because of our history. Our history is one of poverty. Our history is one of degradation, of oppression.
Where was my first trip, Tom?
You were turning 3 years old.
Turning 3 years old. I spent my first how many birthdays in Ireland?
4.
Yeah, something like that. We spent a lot of time in Ireland. That was the first place, I think, outside of Philadelphia that I've ever been.
Well, I was the luckiest guy in the world. I grew up in our mother's SARS parish, as we would say from Philly when they said, "Where's your neighborhood?" And I was from 812 Brooklyn Street. And, you leave your neighborhood, but your neighborhood never leaves you.
You should remember that there was a very strong reason for these Catholic schools. Back in the mid-19th century, when Irish people came to this country in great numbers, there were a lot of nativists who did not like that idea, and we all know the story of no Irish need apply.
There's a great Irish Catholic tradition in the Delaware Valley because it's our culture, it's who we are. Growing up in Northeast Philadelphia, if your dad left for work, you didn't have a uniform on. We thought that maybe they were unemployed. Because in our neighborhood, everyone was a cop or a firefighter or a mailman. That call for public service is something that was ingrained in us very early on, to give back, to be bigger than yourself.
I think it's very important that each generation extend and continue our cultural links between the United States and Ireland. The fact of the matter is that we were the first two countries to ever fight the same foe for our independence successfully. And I think a lot of the claims that were made in the Declaration of Independence are claims that were repeated in the Irish Proclamation, the rights of all people to be free, to live with dignity, and have certain unalienable rights.
Well, the Irish have been coming to America, to American cities, to Philadelphia, since before the Civil War. But the big demarcation point is the family. Friendly Sons of St. Patrick is the second oldest continuously meeting Irish-American fraternal organization in the nation. The founders of the Friendly Sons were predominantly successful businessmen who were involved in the shipping industry, and many of them were leaders of the American Revolution.
Bob, I think faith provides structure. Faith provides, fills in the gray.
I came to my aunt and uncle and cousins, and when I think back, and it was a long journey.
At the time, established the Hibernian Society for the aid of Irish immigrants.
Moving from a place where you worked the land and you lived outside.
And a really remarkable story of adaptation and of survival.
It's very important that we remember all those who lost their lives during the Great Famine.
We said, why do you Irish cling to the faith when, a lot of everything goes against you? What do you have for it? And she said, we realized, she said, this life is only a stepping stone to a greater life.